Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Joanne. I have another thrift haul video to share with you today, and these are some things that I picked up not only for myself but mostly for resale from the Durham Rescue Mission Outlet, or the bins, and one of their retail stores that I have not been to in quite some time. And I did find two really fun pieces of new old stock. So let me go ahead and get started sharing with you the things that I found. And as always, don't forget to watch through to the end of the video and then share with everyone what your favorite find or perhaps favorite finds were from this haul. I actually have a couple of favorites from this one, and I'll share those with you at the end of the video. First, some things that I'm going to be keeping for myself, and these are all from the outlet that I'm going to be keeping. I found an old vintage bag, which some of you know if you've been following me for a while, that I do collect these old handbags. A couple of loose strings here, but for me, it doesn't matter to me. And this bag has a tag inside of it that you might be able to see, handmade in Hong Kong, right there. So that's going to be going into my collection. I wish the mirror had been in there, because usually these came with a little mirror that slipped into the pocket on the inside of it, but that's okay. And considering that it has been in the bins, this is in really, really good condition. So I'll just fix up those couple of loose strings there, and it will be perfect in my collection. This I picked up from my daughter. It's called a 3-in-1 avocado tool. So it cuts it, and it helps you to break the avocado up and then to kind of scoop out the contents of it. My daughter loves avocados. She will eat them just like like you and I would eat an apple or a pear. She just loves them. So hopefully this will come in handy for her. Also for her, I picked up a package of 6 flour silicone baking molds, because she does like to bake. These came from the Christmas tree shop and were just, as you can see, originally $1.99, which was not a really bad price for them at all. Picked up a couple of pens, nothing fancy, but if you can pick them up at the bins when they pretty much cost you absolutely nothing, I will pick them up. I found this candle. It's called Party Dress, and I can't see who made it originally, but has a nice smell to it. Costs $10 retail. Oh, that is not focusing, is it? There we go. 10 bucks retail. Maybe, based on the weight, maybe this cost me $1. And then I picked up some stick-on numbers. I thought that at my antique space up at Gresham Lake, I might just on the outside of my closet. My closet number is 1959, which is my year of birth, but there's no designation, or there's no names on any of the booths or anything like that. So I thought I might just put right outside of my closet 1959, so that if anyone is ever in the area and they go up to Gresham Lake Antiques and they might want to check out what my closet looks like or what I have, they'll be able to find the 1959 on the outside of it and know that it is mine. Another thing I got, this is silly, but whenever I can find these at the bins, I will pick them up. I have another one too. You can see it's just a plastic shoe form, but they're very helpful when I am listing my shoes, because sometimes I canvas shoes and that sort of thing, they sort of, they need something inside of them to kind of push them out and help them to look their very best, you know, like a foot would be inside. So I pick these things up to help me when I'm taking pictures of shoes. I think that, I'm just looking around here, I think, oh no, I'm sorry. I got this. This was part of a baby gate. It's very worn and weathered, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do with this is going to be a bit unconventional, but I plan on turning this into a towel rack upstairs in my upstairs guest bathroom. Once my daughter moves out, whoops, Oops, there we go. And into her own place. In April, I want to start doing some painting up there, and I want to revamp that entire bathroom. And I was thinking about using a wooden pallet and mounting that on the wall for a towel rack. But when I saw that piece, it's already, what I like about it is that it's smoothed over. It doesn't have any rough edges like a pallet, wooden pallet would have, where you'd have to sand it down. So that would have been a lot more work. But this, I think, is going to do exactly what I want it to do. And there won't be quite as much work involved in it. And I might just leave the brown color that it is, because I do kind of like this. And I plan on painting the bathroom white, so that'll be just a little bit of a contrast against the white walls. Now, I showed you that because that's a keeper. Let me show you the things that I picked up at the Durham Rescue Mission, one of their retail stores. And I said this was new old stock. This was $3.99, and it is a Rolodex VIP file. Who remembers Rolodex? I mean, I certainly do. This box is a little bit beat up. I'm trying to see where it might have a date on it. It was made in the USA, in Syracuse, New Jersey. No date on it, but the lucky thing about this piece is that it was never used. You can see the cardboard is still around, all of the cards in the file. So this was never touched, never used. I'm debating on whether or not to put this into my antique space, because things there at the antique mall don't have to be antiques. Vintage will do. In fact, you can even put new things in there. But this being a vintage piece, I may try it up there first and see how it does. If it doesn't sell there within maybe a month or so, I'll go ahead and try putting this on eBay, because I'm thinking I could probably get anywhere from maybe $15 to $20 on this particular piece. And then another piece that I found, new old stock, is this seal-a-meal. So these were kind of like the original seal-a-meals that came out, where you put your food into the bag and you suck out the air, and then it heats it closed. So your piece of meat or whatever that you have in there is kind of vacuum packed. This was originally $32.95. And does this have a date on it? Let's see. This was made in the United States. Oh, and I didn't tell you, I paid $5.99 for this. I do not see a date on this, but it would be easy enough. Yeah, it would be easy enough to Google and find out when these came out. So here it is. I say this is brand new sealed. I think this was not used, but there it is. And it does have its recipe and instruction book. And then there's also an important operation of the sealer, some requirements there. So I was happy to find that. And again, this one I think I'm going to try up at the antique space first for about $30 and see how it does. And then if it doesn't sell there, I'll pull it and go ahead and try it on eBay. These I also found at the retail shop. They were $2.99 a piece. And it's these beautiful, I think, beautiful candlesticks. Now I do have to clean some wax off of them, but that's not a big deal. But can you see the sparkle in these? And that kind of has an Art Deco look to me. I'm not sure. Just beautiful. No nicks or chips or breaks or anything in them. They just need a little bit of cleaning up. So having purchased the two, and I'd like to sell them as a pair, so these would have cost, $6 for the pair. And I'm hoping, I don't know, maybe $15, $16 for these. And they're quite heavy actually too. So I just thought they were really pretty and they caught my eye. I usually do not go for candle stick holders, but those I thought were really pretty. So everything else I'm going to show you came from the outlet. and I think I spent around $37. Now that does include some shoes, but I'll be sharing the shoes in a separate shoe haul video for you. So let me show you a couple of things that are down here on the ground just to kind of get them out of my way so I don't trip over them. And actually my friend Kelly found this and asked me if I would be interested in it. This is a Walter Hagen. You can see right there the name. A little kid's golf bag. It's in very, very good condition. I initially thought about putting or giving this to Play It Again Sports, but not sure how much they would give me for it. So I'm going to try this on Facebook Marketplace locally here first, see how it does. And then if it doesn't sell there in about a month or so, then I'll go ahead and bring it to Play It Again Sports. And here are the legs. They just pull, whoops, the legs pull out here. There they are. And it just sets on the ground. So there is that. And then I found this K-Swiss bag in beautiful condition. Now the only problem is I don't know what fits in it. It has a strap here. Somebody suggested it was for ski boots. I don't think so. I think it is too long for ski boots and then not wide enough for ski boots. So if anyone has any thoughts on what this would be for, I would greatly appreciate it if you would leave it in the comment section down below and help me out. And depending on what it is, I may try and sell this on Poshmark. If not there, then I'll try locally on Facebook Marketplace, and then eventually to Play It Again Sports. And while we are on the topic of Play It Again Sports, I picked up several softballs. I don't know how these are going to go. I know they take them. I just don't know how much they're going to offer for them. And I think there are two more. Now this one here, they're probably not going to take because it's split, and I didn't notice that until I was pulling things out of the bag, but there are two more there. So there are a total of 2, 4, 6 of them. And this I found and picked up. It's for a plug-in night light where you would put the night light on top here. The reason I got it is because sometimes you do find, or I do find, the pretty night lights, but this part may have just gotten lost somewhere. So this was all by itself, so I decided to just go ahead, pick it up, put it into my stash, and who knows, one day I may find that I need this. Since St. Patrick's Day is coming up, I was happy to find this little basket here with a couple of shamrocks on it, or clovers on it. Does it have a handle? Is that yes, it does. My goodness, it's getting stuck, the handle. Oh, there we go. There we are. So it has a little wire handle on it. This was originally $6.99 from Michael's. So there is the $6.99 tag and Michael's on the back. Not sure if I'm going to put anything in here, and if I did, I don't know what I would put inside of it, or just try and sell it as is for maybe $4. Found a couple of, well actually more than a couple of these nice jars, screw lid jars. This has to be cleaned a bit. These I picked up because I think what I'm going to try and do is start collecting more marbles, and what else can I collect? Dice, maybe some buttons, and put them in this jars like this, and then jars like this, and put them up in the antique space. So I got that large one there, and then these I think are, oh, that has a diamond pattern on it. That's really pretty. Has a diamond pattern. Oh, and 3 of the diamond patterns. Yeah. So I picked those up for that purpose. And then found this really pretty crate. This I think would look really nice staged with 3 different pots in it with different kind of spring flowers, just to show folks what it could be used for. You could also use this for storage as well, but I think it would be really nice with some pretty potted plants in it. And this I'm thinking probably no more than $5 up at the space. So you can see that I've sort of changed the way that I am looking for things now that I'm out thrifting, because I do have that little closet up at Gresham Lake Antiques. So I'm looking a lot towards like kind of smaller items, things that are more seasonal that I could put into the space and hopefully have some sales. I have had a couple of sales. So far, not enough to make my rent, but it's not the end of the month and I'm not giving up hope this time. I found that I really like this chicken wire basket. That all just by itself is really cool, I think. And this I could stage with maybe some fake apples in here. This, I'm thinking probably about $5, $6. Then I found this Krispy Kreme coffee mug. It just needs to be cleaned out a little bit. It does have some crazing on it. It doesn't have a year on it. It does say Arabica coffee, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But Krispy Kreme is loved by folks around here. So, and this is probably like a restaurant wear type mug because it's nice and heavy. And oh, and I'm thinking $6 to $8 on this. Oh, there is one more thing I got for myself, and this is a garlic peeler. I have not tried it yet, but I think what you do, it's kind of like a mitt, and I think you put the garlic in there and then you just kind of do this sort of thing to it, and it takes off that outside shell of the garlic, that kind of papery shell that's on the outside of it. So we'll see if it works. Oh, it's very rubbery smelling. Obviously gonna have to wash that up. Come on now, there we go. And this is just sweet as sweet can be. I meant to fix this before the video, but I honestly forgot to. It's a little nativity. This little one here, Joseph, needs to be glued back down here. But they go inside of this little manger here. And this was from 1983, I think it says. Precious Moments. So originally I found, I'll show you what it looks like inside. I found this originally, and I was so sad because the Joseph was missing. And then I found Joseph just laying in the bin all by himself. So I was very happy to be able to put them all back together. And then like I said, I will just go ahead and glue him back into shape. Now this can't go into the space until October or November because they don't like Christmas in their booth or in their space all year long. So I'll just have to hold on to this unless of course anyone is interested in it ahead of time. This is another piece I picked up, just this little tiny cast iron skillet. And I'm not sure that it was ever used, or if it was, for some reason they kept the plastic on the handle. I don't know. But I just have to clean that up just a little bit. And again, I'm thinking maybe $5 or $6 on this. I don't know. Now this I got, and this is going to have to be put away. This is Dashing Through the Dough. That was an adorable mug with the cute little whisk in the handle there. So cute. It doesn't say who made it. It's a hand wash only. Do not microwave, made in China. Just have to clean that out a little bit, and then that I'm going to have to be holding on to. Oh, did I just feel a chip? Let me see. No, dirt. Good. That's good. This piece I was pretty happy to find. And I don't think it's an acrylic piece. It's some kind of plastic. And it does, yeah, you can see it does show some cracks in it, but luckily the cracks don't come all the way through. And that little drawer opens up there, and I believe it had a 1996 South Beach Beauties. I'm going to have to look that up. I have no idea what that is. I'm assuming this is some sort of makeup tray or something. So there it is there, if you can make that out. And it's sort of an off-white color. And it, as you can see, it does need to be cleaned up. I'm not even sure what to put on this yet because I haven't done any kind of research on it. But off the, oh, that pulls right out. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. I am just thinking off the top of my head, maybe $15. But like I said, I'm gonna have to do some research on it. Oh, as usual, I'm running out of space. These are really cute. These are Christmas and will have to be put away. But look at the pattern on here. And there's this total of 10 of them. And these are the wax containers that you would slip over your tapered candle, and then as the wax drips down, it would pool in here and won't go down onto your table or onto your candlesticks like I just showed you. But I thought the pattern was really, really pretty. There was just one more. It was a whole bag of them. There was just one more of them, but the 11th one had quite a big chip in it, so I left that one. But I was happy that these were not ruined. There we are. Found a vintage cork puller. It says, I guess if you have to say vintage, maybe it's not. This was made in the USA in Sacramento, California. No date on this, from Anderson. Yep, Anderson Marketing. And this is what it looks like. But barware is quite popular. This was from a Bargetto winery. And without doing any kind of research on this, again, I'm thinking about in the maybe $5 or $6 range. This is another Christmas piece that I'm going to have to put away for a while. This was made, well, let me show it to you first. It's really, really pretty. Made in Taiwan. There's the sticker on the bottom there. And it does need to be cleaned up, but I'm hoping that Barkeeper's Friend is going to be able to take all of these black marks off of it. And then it does need a light that goes up in here on the cord. Now, luckily, because I have saved some from the past, I know I have one that will go in here. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what this is going to look like, all lit up and glowing, you know, from the inside out. I found a vintage letter. It's not a sorter, but where you would just put your letters just to keep them. You can see it does. That's really showing up bad on the camera. It's not that bad in person, but it looks really scratched up there. It needs a little bit of gluing right here. This, I thought it had a tag on it. You know, it did have a tag on it. I think the tag must have come off, but there was a tag down there and it said who made it. I don't remember if it had a year, but it did say who made it. So I'm sorry that the tag fell off, because that would have been helpful, at least to me, to figure out, you know, to do a little research on it and find out about it. Now, with those scratches on it, I'm going to try using some, like a brown shoe polish, and see if I can get those scratches to blend in a little bit more. And then I'll be able to price this better. But thinking again in the $5 range, as well as this, maybe $8 on this. This is a vintage sifter. Now this would just be for decor pieces only, because you can see it's quite rusted inside. But oh my goodness, I remember using this when I was a kid, baking with my sister. And your hands would get so tired and so cramped up, depending on how much flour you had to sift and such. But we'll see if anyone is interested in that. And then this piece I thought was really, really pretty. I'm assuming it's pewter. It has the green velvet on the bottom, so I don't know for sure. But it's a vase, and I love the detailing on here. Now you can see the top of it is kind of wonky. Now I'm not sure if it's made to be that way or it just got dented here, because there's a nice swoop down there, nice swoop there. I'm not sure. I kind of think it might have been dented. I don't know. What do you guys think? Because if it wasn't meant to be like that, what I want to do is turn it upside down and then put something to protect this, and then try and hammer that down so that this whole thing is flat rather than kind of wavy. And then I just noticed now it has a little dent in it right there, but that might not be too much of an issue. I want to try and clean this up a little bit and then decide what I'm going to do with the top of it. And this, I'm probably just put about maybe $8 or $9 on. And this was on a very interesting piece of floral, and I decided to take it off because the floral was nothing, and I believe these are just plastic, but it's a beautiful rosary. And let me show you here. There's the one side of it, and then they used some kind of sticky stuff on the other side to stick it onto the floral arrangement that they had. I got to take that sticky stuff off of there and then off of the back of the crucifix. And these beads, I believe, are just plastic, but I thought it was just a really, really pretty rosary. This little guy, I love finding things that make me smile, and this little guy definitely made me smile. Look at him. Isn't he adorable? Look at that face. And he's got his little, some kind of costume on with the white polka dots, and they're a little glittery. I'm not sure if you can tell. And then he's got some glitter on around his collar too. But he's so cute. This guy will have to be put away for later on, either in the booth or for a Christmas sale. And this is from West Virginia, Exide Slick, it says. It comes in this pouch, and I believe that is for sharpening knives. And I found it, and I went ahead and picked it up, and I saw some guy to the side of me was kind of like eyeing it. So I was thinking to myself, oh, he really wants me to put this down. But I decided to go ahead and pick that up. And this, I have to do a little bit of research on these, so I'm not sure what these go for. For some reason, I'm thinking about $10. Found a tiny little colander, and for those of you that have been watching me for a while, you know that I love using these colanders out on my deck in the spring and summertime as pots for plants, because they already have the nice drainage in them. This one is a little roughed up on the inside and on the outside. It's missing some paint, but I think if I stage this with some really pretty, like maybe white flowers that'll really pop out of this, folks will get the idea that these make really good planters or pots for plants. And maybe about $6 on this guy, because I happen to like the chippiness on it. I don't know. Are you a fan of chippy paint, or do you want things to be solid without any kind of chips or distressing on them? This was one of the first things I found. So happy. Look at this salt and pepper shaker. Oh my goodness. That monkey does not look like he's having a good day, though. He is not a happy monkey. And they both have their original stoppers in them. There's no markings on these, but I'm gonna guess that this is an old salt and pepper shaker set. And I'm thinking about maybe $8 on this. Then I found from, I think it is Southern Living at Home. This is by Janet Beaver. 2003. So these are almost vintage, but I found this set of 3, and I love the colors on these. Here's the second one, and then here is the third, which I'm just seeing now. Oh, has damage to it. I didn't see this when I was there. Oh my goodness, yes it does. Can you see that split down there? And then wait till I turn it over. It was even repaired. Darn it, I did not see that. So this I'm probably not going to be putting up in the booth. I'll put the other 2 in the booth, and I'm thinking maybe, again, $5 seems to be my price, doesn't it, today? Probably about $5 to $6 on each of those. So I think that, yes, that takes care of everything. My favorite, like I said, I have a couple of favorites. The little monkey, Lewis. You want to say hello to everybody? Because everybody loves seeing you. Say hi. Hey, look how big I'm getting, everybody. And look how I still bite my mommy. Louis, don't bite your mother. Louis, can you just say hello to everybody and not bite me? Stop. He doesn't hurt, and I'm assuming he would be playing like this with his litter mates if he had litter mates. And he does go after some of my cats, so he does play with them a little bit, but I seem to be one of his favorite toys. Okay, can I put you down now? You gonna stop using me as a chew toy? Let me put him down. All right, dude. There you go. Whoops. Okay, there you go. So my favorites, I have a few of them. I love this monkey and his bananas, despite him not having a very good day. That is one of my favorites. These actually are one of my favorites too, that go onto your tapered candles. And there was another, what was the other thing? Oh, my bag. Of course, for my collection. And guess who's back? Louis is back. And my bag is probably my third favorite thing from this haul. So go ahead and down in the comment section, let everybody know what your favorite find or finds were from this video. And I want to thank everybody for watching. I will see you again in my next video. And until then, everyone, please take very, very good care of yourselves. Bye for now.